A new event with a mission to showcase the best in young talent and advance gender equality in the game. The Julius Baer Challengers Chess Tour starts on April the 8th.
Two chess legends taking control of two teams of young and talented players. Their job is to mentor them, coach them, and get them ready for battle.
Why? Because these exciting young players, handpicked by our experts, are being given a shot at the big time. The winner of each tournament will get a golden ticket to the $1.5 million Meltwater Champions Chess Tour to compete against the best in the world.
It's their chance to break into the big time, but to get there, they must mobilize all of their young talent. It's Team Polgar versus Team Kramnik. Who will come out on top, and will we find the next big talent in chess?
Watch the Julius Baer Challengers Chess Tour live on Chess24.
Hello guys, this is my Banter Blitz again for Chess24 with the Soviet era webcam. So let's jump right into it. I'm sort of barely awake, so let's play some well-known guys first. No surprises at our least. Mr. Yup. There we go. Okay, let's play closed Sicilians this time. It normally brings you a lot of points in Blitz and Bullet games, although I don't know why exactly. You normally castle, go like h3, f4, g4, and then you try to checkmate. Sometimes it works. Now d4 is a threat, so I guess knight d4 is considered to be the move. He ignores it. Okay, let's play d4. Or maybe it is not a threat, maybe it's just a complete nonsense what I'm saying. Although I have a feeling it was considered to be a threat, actually. At least when I was sort of young enough to study theory of this line. Sort of a better player you are, more things you tend to ignore. So now, I mean, whenever I see that my opponent can play close Sicilian, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll figure it out during the game. Which is not exactly a brilliant strategy, by the way. Also now maybe I could, I could give a hint for some people like Levon or someone else who will play this stupid line just to surprise me. Okay, let's play bishop d4, provoke e5, and go bishop c5. Not that I'm a big fan of it. Maybe bishop c5 immediately was a bit smarter. But on the other hand, I think provoking e5 makes sense sometimes. So now after bishop c5, he has to play d4. And then we'll probably prepare c3 somehow. And then if black will be forced to take, then, you know, then white has a brilliant pawn structure and stuff. So let's say I go c3 here. He cannot really take because of queen takes d8 and bishop takes c7. I don't think he can play d3 actually, as the pawn would be weak then. Yeah, so he just ignores this stuff. Then we probably take and go like queen d3. Now we have a beautiful blockade on the, you know, dark square. So this d pawn is not going anywhere, in fact. So we'll just improve slowly. We'll go b3, rook c1, f4. Bishop takes d4 was bad because of rook d8, by the way, but we don't need this pawn even. We just want to sort of play it slow, like rook c1, f4, and then we prepare some king side attack. Or one day we go e5 just to block his bishop, sort of. So he plays knight b6. Now we can go f5 and f6. Or we can do something else, yeah, I don't know. He kind of wants to trade the knights. Also, if I go knight b2, he will probably play knight d7. And yeah, somehow this knight was really stupid on a7, but now it's sort of not completely disgusting piece. Okay, let's go f5 here. I mean, I don't think he can really take, so he has to play something like bishop c8 or bishop d7, which doesn't look brilliant to me, to be honest. He takes on a4, wow. Okay, I guess we take. Doesn't really change much. He has to play bishop c8 anyway, I believe. He takes instead. Okay. Yeah, and bishop d5. So in terms of strategic factors, I think it's a brilliant decision. The only problem for black would be some checkmating attack here, which I hope does exist, but I don't see it yet. Well, we can just play f6. We can also play something like rook f4. Yeah, I don't know. It's not simple. We can play f6 and queen f5, for instance. All right, let's play f6 anyway. And then we think after bishop h6, I guess we can even play queen takes d4 actually. Wow, what a move. All right, I guess we take. Yeah, now we have all kinds of weird moves like rook f5. We can also play it simple actually. Just rook e1. That's what I'm going to play. Intending rook e7 in some of the lines. And rook f5, rook h5 is also a very decent idea. Still, it's not that clear, I must say. Some rook d5, rook e7, queen a5, rook takes f7 probably wins for white. Bishop s3 runs into something for sure. Maybe rook takes e3 even, or just rook f5. All right, he goes there. Now we don't need to trade, I guess. Also, we can just take on d4. Okay, let's just take a pawn. This, I think, was a very important pawn, actually. Now I can troll him a little and play rook e7 just to confuse him, right? So there is no rook takes d4. And otherwise we have queen g4 check. And all the lines. Yeah, like here, for instance. And then we go f takes, and we have this brilliant pawn. And the king has a brilliant safe square on h3. Now bishop d4, I think checkmates. Yeah. Okay, thanks for the game, Mr. Yup. All right. So far, so good. Yeah, let's play this guy as well, who was under suspicion of being Morozevich for quite some time. Now I'm less scared of him, but still I think he plays very, very well. Alright, this escalated quickly. I think this is exactly what I played against Anish myself. I mean, any reasonable line is obviously good enough to bluff Anish, but against me it could be a little bit more difficult. I guess we take on e4 here. Or maybe not. No, I think we go bishop before check. Yeah, this is the move. C3 now, I guess we take. He castles? No, he does not. Okay. So what am I supposed to play here? Actually, my ideas are not that stupid, I must say. I mean, it kind of looks confusing if you're black. Natural reaction is to go d5. The problem is that normally d5 is not that brilliant. Also here maybe it is okay actually. I don't see what's wrong with it, to be honest. So after ed, bishop like e7 or d6, black is definitely fine. After c takes b4, d takes c4. Okay, he just plays it this way. Now I need to figure out where my bishop belongs to. I think it's actually e7. Could be a bit more natural to play bishop d6, but then he has some pleasant ideas of pinning by playing bishop g5. Also now, after knight d7, knight b6, the d5 pawn will be under attack. Yeah, I guess black is just slightly better. And that's why I guess we were planning castling instead of b takes c3. Plays bishop h3. Okay, this is not exactly terrifying. Let's just take and play knight d7, I believe. So knight b6 is a threat. He probably has to remove the bishop to to protect the pawn by playing c3, c4, exactly. But still, it doesn't look brilliant for white. His pieces are so randomly placed. I mean, I have no idea what this bishop on b3 and knight on e3 are doing there. And black's setup is much more harmonious. I mean, at least that's how it feels to me. Okay, let's bring the knight closer. Then we probably go queen f6. It's a simple game, you just bring the pieces. Chess is overrated. You just bring the pieces and that's it. Okay, can I play queen f6 now? I guess I can. g4. Okay, I guess we... Like, unless I'm blundering something, I can just play bishop g6. There is also some knight c3. Okay, let's keep it simple. If I don't need to resign after bishop g6, I definitely go bishop g6. Knight c3 could be a very good move as well, but it could be a bad move at the same time. And bishop g6 is always fine unless you resign immediately. Like, in general, this g4 bishop g6 inclusion is obviously in black's favor. His king is even more weak now. This knight on e3 is hanging in many lines. Like now, for instance. Knight c3 is probably a threat. He plays rook e3, logical. Okay, once again, I could try to play something smart, but I don't need to. I'll just bring the rook. And he plays queen d4. sort of claiming that I had to play something smart at some point, as now it could be just alright for him. I mean, okay, of course it cannot be completely fine for him, but maybe it's sort of acceptable now. So I could just trade the queens and then we're slightly better. Yeah, I guess it's that's what I have to do if I started to play this way. Okay, now I go 96. Once again, my pieces are perfectly placed. This c4 pawn is kind of weak. I guess I'm also happy to trade the rooks just in case. Bishop c2, he is also happy to trade stuff. Now takes and 92. Then we go g5, probably fix a pawn there. Okay, he plays knight e5. I think we still go g5. It's a very useful move just to fix this weak pawn on h3. Now, I thought f6 was our threat now. Yeah, he probably kind of blundered this one. Also, after knight f3, knight takes c4, he has some knight b5, attacking two pawns. Still, it should be quite bad, I believe. Okay, let's take. Now I think it's important. No, okay, he does not play knight b5 at all, so what I was about to say is a complete nonsense. Now I guess I have knight b6 trying to win one more pawn, right? Some knight e6 is there, yeah, but then we probably take and go knight d5. Or maybe not. Okay, let's try to take and go knight d5. So knight f4 check is a threat. He'll probably play king f3, and we go king f8. Brings knight to e7, I believe. And start pushing pawns. Wow, this is a strange move, actually. To be honest, I'm not completely sure that the pawn ending is a draw. Wow. Okay, let's just ignore it so far. I mean, I don't know how to react, to be honest. Maybe I go g6, actually, yeah? Like, if I'm really worried about this pawn ending. No, this is not the move. But black was winning anyway, I believe. Okay. Okay, let's go for a real challenge. Let's play some 2700 guy in a no increment game. So now I have to be fast. And yeah, given the fact I woke up like less than an hour ago, this is not an ideal scenario, but okay. We should manage somehow. Okay, let's play e3 here, then b4. Okay, now we go b4. He probably plays d6. No, he just takes. Okay. So this is obviously a good transformation of the pawn structure for white. But black normally tries to play d5 and sort of come up with some activity. I think I have even looked at this position. Like d takes c4, I think we go b5, queen a4, bishop a3 and stuff. It was not ridiculous as far as I remember. Okay, now I guess we take on d5. Yeah, he has to take with the pawn. Or he takes with knight first, but anyway, he'll end up taking with the pawn, as otherwise, after queen takes d5, this diagonal will cost him something. And plays knight a5. Okay. Now I feel like I'm in danger of falling asleep a little. So I have to come up with some stupid plan that does not require any calculation at all. Okay, let's play d3 first. So this knight on e5 is kind of misplaced, I believe. So if we will get everything like bishop a3, bishop b4, rook c1, white will be much better. The problem is that he can somehow attack the d4 knight, which will, yeah, exactly, which will be a little bit unpleasant to face. But okay, still, I don't think bishop takes d4 ed is a big achievement for black. And otherwise, we just play knight c2 e2, probably cementing this knight. Yeah, okay, let's play it simple, knight e2. I think there was nothing wrong with allowing bishop takes d4 ed for one more move, but I don't need it anymore. So now I'll just play bishop b2. Then we try to trade dark squared bishop and bishops, and then we somehow collect d5 at the end. Okay, he plays a6. This is kind of logical, so he tries to activate the bishop, but the bad news is that his b pawn will be weak forever. Okay, goes knight e5. I guess we go knight f4, both protecting d3 and attacking d5. Yeah, knight b7. Okay, let's just play bishop a1. So the point is to activate the rook, obviously. Now we're attacking b6 in some of the lines. He plays queen d6, which makes approximately 0 sense to me. Okay, let's play rook b5, attacking d5. Yeah, rook c5 is sort of forced. Now we go rook b1. Once again, we bring the pieces, yeah? I mean, now we simply activated the rooks, and the game is about to end, I believe. Okay, now both moves are good. Okay, let's take with a 9 just to keep the rook in defense, just in case. Now we go bishop d4 and knight c3. Attacking b6, by the way. So if we take on b6, he has some random knight c4 ideas, which normally will not work, but who knows. Okay, he plays it this way. I don't get this at all. Okay, let's take the pawn. d5 is still under attack. Yeah, okay, but this is just bad. His only idea is to play d4 at some point, trying to open the diagonal for the bishop. And now he simply started to I don't know, to try to flag me or something, but given 30 extra seconds, I will probably survive. Or maybe not, but I think I will. Yeah, he blunders knight b6. Takes and takes. Let's say e4, e5 should not be a mistake. Yeah, he resigns. Thank you for the game, Mr. Adam 657, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Wow, this guy is brilliant. 2900, and he wants to play with increment. There we go. Okay. Let's play c4 one more time. But this guy should be a real star, so we have to be careful. Now we go d4, admitting the mistake. He plays the King's Indian. We go g3, bishop g2. And he plays this queen a5 line. So what am I supposed to play here? I guess when I was young, I was taught to play e4, queen h5, e5. Okay, he goes e5 himself, which is a bit strange. Can I just play d5, sort of preventing myself from losing into moves? He takes. Now both things make sense. Okay, let's play ed. So ed is much more double-edged. So black has some long-term potential with attacking the king side by playing like knight g4, f5, e4. White has ideas connected to some c4, c5 breakthrough, and then after d takes, we try to promote the d5 pawn. The d6 pawn is kind of weak after both e takes d5 and c takes d5, but I think after e takes d5, white has more chances to attack it quickly. Like sometimes you play knight d2, knight e4, as a bishop can be developed to like a3 or b4. So you have ideas. He plays bishop g4, which is kind of logical. So now we can play queen b3, but the problem is that after knight d7, we'll have to take a pawn just to justify all the stuff. Okay, let's just play h3 then, as e4 was a threat as well. Now I guess we just take. Yeah, knight fd7 is a smart move, so he's preparing f5. So now we have to do something for sure. Like it's either knight b5 attacking the pawn, or we go a3 before c5. But it's definitely time to act. Okay, let's start with knight b5. I actually don't see a comfortable way for black to defend the d6 pawn. Maybe he plays something like a6, knight takes d6, queen c7. But then we are happy even after knight e4. So it is not about winning the pawn, it's just about eliminating d6, which prevents us from queening the d5 pawn. Queen b6 runs into bishop e3, queen a6 runs into knight c7. So my bet is something like f5 or a6. It's also nice that after knight takes d6, we are not even too worried about, blundering as a knight and all the lines, because even some knight takes f7 followed by d6 or knight takes b7 will always give white a tremendous compensation. Yeah, he plays a6 after all. So I can also include bishop d2 here. Bishop d2, queen b6, bishop e3, knight c5. Doesn't lead anywhere, actually. Okay, then I just think. Yeah, he plays queen b4, exactly. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So now I guess we just go knight e4. And yes, he goes the pawn back, but it is not the pawn he really needs. Okay, now I guess we play b3. And then after queen b4, my idea is to play a4 and to follow it up with bishop a3. I think it's just bad for black, to be honest. His pieces are also randomly placed, like he needs this b8 knight to be on f6. Then it would be just slightly better for white, but with knight on b8, I think it's... I mean, objectively, it should be almost over. Bishop a3. Rook d8, okay. I guess we just play rook c1. Bringing the pieces slowly. f5 runs into knight g5, knight e6. And now we also have some strange ideas like, I don't know, knight d6. Or bishop is, yeah, okay, he takes, we take back. Bishop h6. So he wants to get f5 and prevents knight g5. This is smart. I think it's a little bit too late. Okay, so now I guess once we cannot play knight g5, we play knight d6, right? e4, I think allows knight takes b7. And then I just go bishop e2. Rook a7. Wow, this is funny. Okay, bishop e2 is still there. Just want to play it simple, like d6, bishop c4, and so on. Okay, bishop c5 wins an exchange, but I don't even need it probably. Okay, let's play d6, attacking d8. Yeah, this is a blunder. Okay, a nice strategic game. All right. Wow, this is a real challenge. Don't know who this guy is, but he's probably stronger than me. Maybe it's Alan Pichot, I don't know. Let's play... I don't know, let's play the Benoni. And g6, okay. We survived the opening. Now I guess bishop g7 is a move. Plays it like this. I guess castles, or what do they play here? Wait, maybe it is not castles actually. I don't know. Okay, I guess bishop a4. Ah, no, but this is actually a very bad one. Yeah, I think I prepared it once for some blitz games, but it doesn't work in general. Yeah, e4. So what am I supposed to play here? Is it 97? Yeah, probably. So the point was to like play a6, b5, and kind of get compensation. And he's, I think, falling into the only trap here. So you go rook a8, and then after knight d2, you go bishop h6, and you're better. Yeah, he does it indeed. That is funny. And then after f3, I guess we have some nice checkmating ideas. He goes a4, but then I guess we just take on d2 and go b4 and kind of win. Yeah. There is no good square for the knight as well. Maybe d1 is a decent square though. Goes to b1. This is a bit strange. Now we could also consider playing rook takes c4 instead of knight takes c4. Then we bring the rook to d4, maybe. On the other hand, I don't see a single reason not to play... Okay, both moves should be fine. Let's take with the rook. Felt a bit more natural to take with the knight, actually, but... rook takes c4 makes some sense as well. Like, the best thing, think about... okay, forget it, whatever. Rook e8 or what? Yeah, probably. We bring the pieces. We play it simple. So now we can play rook h4 and then some knight e5. I mean, it looks normal. Maybe we don't need it, but it looks normal. Okay, let's do this then. Okay, knight e5. Bishop e2, rook d4, and then we'll finally get our healthy pawn, I guess. Bishop g2, okay, we still go rook d4. Knight d2, yeah, okay, so now can I play c4? Sort of trying to go for domination. So this is very much about the c4 square, like if white gets knight c4 in some of the lines, then he's kind of fine. And if he doesn't, then it's pretty much lost, I believe, for white. He actually allows b3 even, which also looks strange to me. Okay, let's play b3. And rook d3. And I end up blundering in winning position. Okay. That was unpleasant. Okay. And he's also that lucky that it is completely lost. Yeah, I mean, it's not even just worse for us, but I don't have a move at all. That was really stupid. So knight takes d5, queen takes d3 is bad. Yeah, this is just resigns pretty much. Unbelievable luck. Okay, so how... Like, I could just resign here, or I can play a little... There is an increment, so there is nothing wrong with spending all the time trying to find some way to continue the game, at least. But I don't see it, to be honest. Yeah, it's just lost, I blundered. That's why you need to sleep at night. Yeah, this is so lost, actually. Okay, he takes this way, which is logical. Rook b8. I don't know why I keep playing this game, to be honest, but okay. Why not? He plays in a little bit strange way, but I mean, still it's a long way to me. This is white. Rook a5, wow. This makes zero sense to me, but who am I to judge? Yeah, this is logical. Knight c4. Knight d6. Okay, somehow at least I managed to blockade the pawn, and it's still completely lost. But now we can kind of play for some time. Yeah, maybe 97, 95. So he's trying to bring the rook to c6. Then we go back and go knight f5. Maybe knight d4 now. Knight b5. And we probably come back to d6. Now he gets this move, okay. Then we go knight e8. Okay, let's keep waiting. And now he gets rook d7. Okay. But we get knight d6 on the other hand. Now we can even jump to e5 in some of the lines, that's why he goes back. This is logical. And now I blunder this one as well, okay. Blundered like 10 times in this game. So now he finally gets d6 and probably wins. He actually keeps playing in quite a strange way, in my opinion, but okay, even this should be good enough. Yeah, blundered again. Wow, this is just phenomenal. Yeah, that's how you win this. Okay. Like, I would say good game, but it was not a good game, but it's definitely well played by him. And he offers us rematch. Okay. Let's take this chance. Yeah, but obviously, like, blundering this knight takes c4 was a little bit unnecessary, I must say. Now I just remove castling. I believe this d takes c4 is never a major issue. Castles. Now it's some kind of theory, I believe. But it's some weird theory. I don't think you play b6, c6 with the bishop on b4. On the other hand, whatever you do in Catalan and black, I mean, it can never be too bad. Can never be too good either, actually. Whatever black plays, white is slightly better. Okay, now we get this e4, which gives us a very comfortable position. And then we need to choose a plan. Like, it's either you go e5 one day, or you just bring all the pieces to the center and kind of wait for black to act. I normally prefer to wait a little. Yeah, like you're waiting for something like this move exactly, and then some lines can work for you. Like knight h4 or something. I don't see why it works exactly, to be honest. I also don't care. So let's play knight h4. He will probably take on d4. And then knight f5, bishop c5 probably works for him. A little bit miraculously. I mean, work means that he doesn't lose immediately. Obviously, white has a decent position, but black is probably kind of okay. Yeah, this guy is a bit too strong for me. Don't know what to do. Let's just take. Now it's very dry, but still, in my opinion, it is slightly better for white. Mostly because the bishop on g2 is better than the one on b7. He plays rook e8, okay. I guess we take. Now we have some knight f5s or something. Something should work here. Don't know. Okay, let's try knight f5. He plays queen f8, attacking e3 as well. Can we just play rook e1 here? He'll probably play rook e8. Yeah, I guess we take. Takes on knight d6. He wants to play queen e1 check. Knight f1, bishop c6. We take on d5. Probably white is better. Yeah. So he goes for it. So what is it exactly? Bishop c6. I mean, it looks really scary for black. Like c takes d5, bishop takes d5. We can take on d5, play some queen c8 check. Knight f8 is forced. Yeah, but he probably holds somehow. Which once again looks miraculous to me, to be honest. Wait, this cannot be that good for black, I think. It would be a bit too much. So c takes d5, bishop takes d5. What's the trick there? We can also start by playing queen c8 check there. Knight f8 is still forced. There is no big difference. So we have to take on d5, knight takes d5. Then queen e6 is his next move, so we basically have to play queen c8 check. Knight f8. And he's on time. Wow, this is strange. This is really strange. Okay, let's play some knight f5 then. Also, I obviously start to lose confidence when for some reason all the lines work for your opponents, and it's not inspiring at all. So now I'm trying to play this in a humble way, like I want to play knight f5 to e3 and attack d5 like this. But it does not look impressive at all. On the other hand, it's probably better than doing nothing. I like this knight on d6, but yeah, I mean, I failed to come up with a plan that can kind of use it. Now I think f4 is a move. At least I kind of like f4. So he has to keep the queen on the e file, not to blunder knight e7 check. Okay, he goes there. I think queen f2 is a move here. Okay, let's try this. So he's almost forced to take, I believe. Or at least it's very logical to take. Then knight e7 check is a threat, so he plays king f8. We go like knight e3. Okay, let's hope he doesn't promote after some d takes c4. Now I think we have knight d4 and we win a pawn, finally. And now, like, how many things do we need to trade? Okay, I think knight takes d5 is not a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake also, I don't know. He takes this way. Yeah, now once again it's not an easy decision. Okay, let's try to take with the bishop. He'll probably take and play king e7. And I think we go king e3 first. Now we play b4, I believe. Takes. And then I guess knight c2, king d4. And knight e3 is what we have to play, good or bad. And let's hope this is winning. Okay. King d3 for now. Okay, now it's probably reasonable to play g4, just to secure the e5 square for the king. So what does he want exactly? Knight e6, we play knight c2. I guess we just go h4. And knight c2, knight d4. He has to take, correct. And knight a7 wins nicely, right? Knight c8, yeah, it does. So now I guess we go b5. And we do something simple, or we go b6. Maybe b6 is the easiest way. I kind of blundered this. So b7. Okay, let's play g5 first. And king e4. I think I'm about to misplay this. But I think we won. Yeah, okay, king e6 wins. That was tense. All right. So one more game for the guy. I normally play for 2 hours instead of 90 minutes. So I think that that allows me to play a few extra games against one guy. I hope you guys will understand this. Takes, so this will be the last one, whatever the result will be. Okay. Queen a4 check here, wow. I don't think I have ever seen this, to be honest. So what is the point? I guess we can play knight c6. And bishop e3. This looks like one of the most stupid things I have faced in the Grunfeld. So what is the point even? I don't get this, to be honest. Okay, let's say we castle. Bishop e2. Okay. So can we play bishop d7, for instance? So after bishop g4, he's kind of forced to play rook d1, but it is probably okay. Okay, let's play bishop d7, just to chase the queen away. He goes to a3, but now I guess we take and play bishop g4, right? Yeah, and he's sort of not in time to get everything. So now I actually see his point. Like, he wants this queen a4, queen a3 setup, which is normally good indeed. So at least I kind of realized what was the idea of the move order he played, but I mean, it's still not ideal. I guess we take with the knight. Takes. And castles, yeah, and this will be a long game. He goes e5. Which kind of means it will not be that long game. Like, it's either a very good move and he is getting much closer to a draw, or it's a bad move that kind of blunders something. Queen b6 looks natural. Then he castles. Yeah, and d7 will be hanging in some of the lines. What else I could play here? Maybe there is not much, actually. It would be brilliant to make queen c7 work. Rook takes d4, queen takes c5, but even queen e3 is good there. So this doesn't work. Yeah, this is not fascinating, I must say. Okay, let's play queen b6 and maybe rook d8. But this will not lead anywhere, I'm afraid. I mean, we're slightly better, but it's not much. This allows bishop takes f2, right? That's what I thought, at least. Rook f2, rook d1 wins. Okay. Yeah, so now we probably take on d1. Rook takes d1, yeah, now we probably take on e5 or take on b7 first, and then we play forever. Okay, maybe rook takes e5 is kind of more ambitious, allowing him to keep the queens. But I'm actually short of time and I'm falling asleep, so maybe I should have traded queens. Okay, now this is not a problem anymore. Probably I will not lose this. Okay, so he wants to play rook d7 maybe. Let's play rook e7, then bishop c5. Bishop c6 runs into... Okay, whatever, king g7. And then we start improving slowly somehow, like f5. Yeah, maybe king f6. Bishop b5, so he's basically waiting. But this is obviously a draw. I mean, it's not that we'll win after all of my smart words. Still, we have to try this. I mean, we have some hope. Like if we get h5, king g5, h4, then it could be unpleasant. I guess I will prevent rook e6 check, just in case. Another thing he could blunder one day is some rook, you know, to first rank, and then rook g1 will be a checkmating threat. So now if he plays like bishop f1, a5 will be a threat. So I'll have to play something like rook d5. Okay. Maybe rook e5 now. And let's say bishop e3. Rook c2, I guess we can play h5. I only need to avoid blundering some mate after rook c6, bishop c4, and bishop f7. Okay, let's play bishop c5 back, as we're given a chance. Then we go king g5 and h4. Yeah, bishop e3 is there, so it's not yet a draw. I think it starts to look dangerous, actually. Okay, h4. So he cannot take and take on f5, as we can Capture with check. Wow, this is really brave by him. Yeah, maybe rook d4 now, or just bishop c5. I think it's very, very close to be objectively lost for white. Yeah, bishop d6, I believe. Rook d2. So now the g3 pawn is under attack. He goes there. Say rook a2. Now bishop c5 is also a threat. He has to go to e1, correct. Now I guess we take and play rook h3. And we are about to win a pawn. Maybe not again, because he will start as a5. Okay, we go back. Takes. Okay, we won one of the rounds. So g3 does not win yet by some miracle. Okay, let's play f4. Rook c3, I guess. f3. Okay, now we bring the bishop to g3 or b6 and probably win. Yeah, he resigns. Okay, that was tough. Thanks for the games. At least we managed to show him who is the boss here. But seriously, I mean, those three were really tense. So I don't know who this guy is, but kudos to him for playing really well. Okay. What else do we have? Let's play Mr. Dayan. Okay, c4, let's play b6. And bishop b7. And maybe knight f6. b3, okay, this is not exactly how you try to win straight from the opening. Let's play g6. Let's play it slow. I like the slow pens of the Dubovian Kerton, playing some c7, c5. Waiting for d2, d4 and trying to get some hedgehog. Plays d3, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Now both g3 and e4, yeah, he plays e4, which is kind of reasonable. I mean, this is not terribly ambitious opening concept by white, but it kind of makes sense. So this d3, e4, c4 setup makes more sense when black has his bishop on b7. That doesn't look brilliant. Eyeballing the pawns. Now he plays g3 as well, okay. This is normal. It's like we play 1 c4, c5, some g3, g6, bishop g2, bishop g7, knight f3, e5 with colors reversed. So the normal plan here is to play knight d7, then knight d4 one day, then you get cd and you go e5, f5, and win at the king side. At least that's the way I see it. You can also play f5 in many lines. rook b1. That is kind of logical. So he's preparing some knight d5 or knight e2, trying to trade the bishops. Plus he wants this a3 b4, where rook b1 is also useful. Then we'll do our stuff as well. We go knight d4. So it was important to play a6 first, as otherwise knight takes d4, c takes d4, knight b5 would be an issue. Now the b5 square is covered. He plays knight e2. Then we change our strategy, I believe. I guess we take. And we probably go f5 at some point. I don't know where exactly. Or maybe we don't, I don't know. But I like to play this with f5. f5 doesn't look brilliant though. Okay, let's take first. So in terms of ideas, I like f5 here, but it runs into knight f4, which is a bit unpleasant. Okay, let's do this anyway. So now I want to sacrifice an exchange after knight f4, knight e5, knight e6, queen d7 simply. Knight f8, rook f8, and then we have some compensation. I kind of like this actually. Wait, we can actually play knight e6, f takes e4 as well. This is a bit too good to be true. Knight takes d8, knight takes f3, and rook takes d8 is definitely fine. Okay, forget it. So now that I'm given a chance to prevent knight e6, I obviously take it. It's nice to show off with an exchange sacrifice, but now I don't need it anymore. Now I can play g5. Okay, let's play g5. So in general, I want to play g5 and f4. Then the pawn structure would be really great for black. So let's say here I just take on d5 because this bishop would be kind of bad anyway. And then after both captures, I think I go f4. And his bishop on g2 is sort of stupid. So the knight on e5 is obviously so much better than the bishop on g2, right? That's why black is better in general. Maybe queen g4 is good even. Like, why would we be afraid of a trade with such a domination? After bc, we go bc. Yeah, then we go knight e5, king g7, f6. Yeah, this blunders knight f3 check. And I think we win, yeah. Thank you for the game, Mr. Dan. I start to increase the rating, actually. I mean, when you don't need to play hand and brain with Nepo, it definitely helps. Let's play this guy. Now I think we had enough of tough challenges, yeah? I mean, we played this 3K Super Grandmaster Picaro or something, so now we just chill playing less famous people. Okay, let's play Karo Khan one time. Okay, ED is not something you're ever happy to see, I would say. White is just slightly better. I mean, it's not It's not a big drama, but it's always a bit unpleasant. So what do we play here? Knight a5, I guess? Yeah, bishop d7, and then I think knight h5 probably. This was my favorite line to play as white when I was something like 9. I learned the Fischer-Petrosian game by heart, and I thought it should be enough to beat all the people. And then later on I obviously learned a lot of theory, but I still have the same feeling actually that white is just, crushing here. Well, crushing is probably a bit too strong, but it's just, you need zero knowledge as white. You're always better as white. And it's just a technical task to win this. He plays queen f2, so yeah, he does not fall for knight b4. Well played. Okay, now we go knight f6 maybe. Yeah, and he allows taking on e5 followed by knight g4. I don't know which way we should take, and I don't know if we need this at all. Okay, I guess we do need this, because otherwise, as I told you earlier, otherwise white is crushing for no reason, just crushing. I think I will remove knight g4. I mean, it's hard to believe that he will not capture e5. So the line I'm looking at is, let's say, f takes e5, knight g4, queen g3, knight takes e3, queen takes g7. It feels to me like after something like rook f8, followed by queen b6, we'll have enough compensation. He prefers to take on e3, which is very, very normal. This is not what I was terribly worried about, but this is definitely logical. Like white keeps some pressure with zero risk. So I don't want to castle short too early, because then he will start coming up with all kinds of weird attacks. So I want to play queen b6, bishop b5 first to trade this quite a bad bishop from d7. And then I think after a trade we are not that scared of castling short. There is no bishop takes h7 anymore and stuff. Should be okay. Maybe black is even slightly better now, in fact. Okay, I guess we castle happily. Knight g5. This does not make a lot of sense. I could just ignore it. I could also play h6. So after h6, he probably wants knight h3, knight f4. Which kind of makes sense sometimes. I can also play some useful move like a5 for now. So this is always kind of confusing when you play such a move as knight g5 and then you don't face h6, then you look a little bit stupid. Now I guess I can take on g5 and take on c3. So rook c to f1. I have to go back like rook c7 or rook c8, but there is nothing wrong with that. The point is that after rook c to f1, I cannot play something I want to play, like rook c4, because of rook takes f7, rook takes f7, queen d8. So I have to cover either f7 or d8 square. I guess I go to c7 then. So now the difference is that after rook takes f7, we have rook c takes f7, obviously. Now it's time to create threats, I guess. Let's bring the queen closer to the arena. Okay, h6 looks normal. I mean, it should not be a really bad move. So now we can trade rooks by playing rook c1. We can also play rook c2. But I think it's normal to trade stuff when you're some material up. So takes, queen e3 check, king h2, queen takes c1, and then he has to continue his random attack by playing something like rook f3 maybe. But all in all, it should not work, I believe. Yeah, check, queen takes c1. Okay. So now our queen is perfectly placed, so it's probably time to bring the rook to a better place. Maybe we just go rook c7, rook c8 for the moment. Yeah, rook c7. So the rook is probably better placed on c7 than on f8. He goes g4, which does not create a threat, I believe, so we can just improve slowly. Rook g2, but this allows rook c2, so f7 is not hanging anymore. So rook c2 should just win. Okay, so he's attacking f7 again. We just take. And this should be dead lost, we just improve slowly. Okay, a4. I don't know, let's say b3, maybe a3. Okay, let's play b3. Takes. Now queen c2 is probably a threat. Yeah, he resigns. Okay, queen c2 was about to finish the game. Okay, let's play Mr. Greeny Knight. This is, I think, no increment game as well. Yeah, so we have to play fast. And this guy is obviously very experienced user, so he will play fast as well. What? He was probably hoping for me to prevent bishop g7, because otherwise this makes exactly zero sense. Knight h3, okay, fine. b5 was probably a good move as well, but there is nothing wrong with playing schematically bishop g7, f5 and stuff. So this is the line I played a few times in the Magnus Invitational and the previous tournament. Whatever it was. I mean, Air Things or something, I don't even remember. I don't even remember the titles. Okay, let's play rook b8. Knight b4 was also interesting, but I mean, once again, I don't feel like we need to prove anything here. This is just very comfortable for black. He takes f5. This is a really brave move, I must say. So knight b4 is an option, rook h check is an option. Knight d4 is kind of an option as well. Okay, it feels like we have to play knight b4. And then after bishop d3, we'll have a billion of moves again. Yeah. And this is a real billion, in fact. Okay, we can play rook takes c3, bc, bishop c3, and bishop a1. We can also play like bishop takes c3, bc, rook takes c3, which is obviously rock solid. You can also play some rook e8. Okay, let's not forget this is a no increment game, so let's just do something. He goes there. Wow, this is definitely a mistake. Now I just take, and I think black is just better. Okay, but then we have rook e2, and we win one more pawn, which should be important. Okay, rook b2. Rook takes f2 is a threat. And then we start running pawns, I believe. a4, okay, what I like about this position is that it's kind of easy to play. Okay, a3. I know what the plan is. Go a3, a2, and queen. Go there, okay, then you go b5, b4, b3, and queen. Okay, let's take just in case. h6 doesn't make any sense. I don't see it actually. Okay, let's say I take. He probably wants to checkmate us somehow, but like that would take a lot from both sides. Okay, let's go to g7 once again, just in case. Now rook b1 looks good enough. Okay, let's say we take rook b1. Okay, I have 33 seconds. Come on, brother. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you can resign. Thanks for the game. Okay, now that we play the superstar, we'll give a chance for some not that high rated players. Let's play knight f6, b6. This is, I think, the line that David Anton Giharo likes to play. Can we play e5? Okay, maybe we can, but we definitely don't need to. So we just go g6, bishop g7. Rook c1 is a bit strange. If you want to play c4, you can do it anyway. But it doesn't hurt much. Yeah, so c4 was a point indeed. Castle. And he castles as well. Okay. Knight h5 would be nice, but then he has bishop g5. Maybe we just go rook e8, e5. Okay, e5. We're kind of happy to play this. Knight f6 to e4 was also a very standard way to play this instead of rook e8 stuff, but I just didn't want to trade pieces. I might regret it. I might regret it later, but not yet. Okay, now I think we go a5, which is also a very useful move. Normally, in this kind of a situation, you just prepare knight c5 and you make sure that there is no b2, b4 whatsoever. Okay, he plays b3. Now we go knight c5. So now our pieces start to look decent, I would say. Let's bring the rook as well. Also, the rook is kind of okay on a8, in fact. Like, sometimes it prevents white from playing a3 before and something. Okay, we are given a pair of bishops, which is a nice surprise, obviously. Now I think we play rook e2 d8. And maybe e4. I think you normally play e4 when there is no knight d4. So knight d4, we just take on d4 twice. That's why we can do it. So after knight d2, we just keep squeezing. Like, we can double the rooks on the d file. We could also consider playing h5, h4. There are some knight d3 ideas as well. I don't know. Plays knight d4. We could even sacrifice an exchange just for fun. Okay, let's do this. There was nothing wrong with bishop takes d4, ed rook takes d4, but I just want to play this in a fancy way. Now the bishop on d4 is brilliant. So we just, once again, we just want to play slow. We just go f5. So there is no e takes f3 because of rook takes e7, so I go f5. Cementing the e4 pawn, then we just go rook d8. Then we start h5, h4 stuff. So the compensation is not... I mean, it's not really something here and now. It's just that slowly but surely black is coming. And moves like b3, b4 obviously help. But black was much better anyway. This, I guess, allows f4. Maybe we don't even need f4, actually. Maybe we just come slowly. We just go h5. And h4. And just king g7, queen e5, rook d6. We'll just wait for white to run out of moves. Okay, he finally takes, which gives him 0 compensation, but yeah. This bishop on d4 was really hard to fight. Okay. I don't think we need to prevent the trade being like 10 pawns up. So this is fine. Yeah, there is no good news for white. I mean, I don't even see a scenario where we could blunder something. Okay, let's play f4. Normally you can be punished for such wars. I mean, life will show you a scenario, but I honestly don't see it. Okay, e3, let's activate. I mean, I could just take on f1, but once again, we normally bring the pieces. That's why I decided to activate the bishop from g2, from c6, and attack g2. Okay. Is there something dramatically challenging waiting for us? Let's have a look. I don't think so, actually. But let's have a look. Well, I have not yet played Mr. Dangerous Ride today. So this is a must, obviously. Let's remove something. Let's remove knight c6. d4, d5. I think this this used to be called a Nimzowitsch opening back in the days. Not Nimzowitsch defense, but Nimzowitsch opening. So Nimzowitsch opening is much worse than the Nimzowitsch defense. But okay. One could not come up with two brilliant openings, right? So, I guess we castle long and go e5. That's what you normally do in these lines. So e takes d4, what's the point? Just c takes d4 maybe. Like he does not need a big point yet. Yeah. Okay, knight f6. Yeah, so now we need to make a decision. So it's either we go bishop b4 and then take on c3, or we go queen h5. I kind of like queen h5. So we'll wait for him to castle short and then try to checkmate. One more nice thing about this setup with the queen on h5 is that h3 never creates a threat with the king on e1, and once white castles, you can consider some bishop takes h3 nonsenses. He plays queen b3, which I do not quite get. He probably wants to castle long. Let's play bishop e6. With the tempo, not that we need to prevent castling long, but in general, once he plays it, the bishop on g4 will be under attack, so there is nothing wrong with playing bishop e6 straight away. Now I played rook e8, and this is probably not a brilliant move. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like blundered 10 things. But you know what? There is also good news. The good news is that we are given a chance to sacrifice a queen in a funny way. And that we also don't have a choice, really. So we'll just have to pray. So now bishop takes h5. It will be met by knight d3 check. I mean, he has to play it, obviously. And yeah, of course, white is winning there. But I feel like with some little creativity, we will be able to sort of make him a little nervous. Also, I played this guy so many times, and I feel like he deserved to win one game for sure. So I will be even happy in a way. He goes to d2. I think it was better to go to e2 because now he allows knight c4 check in some of the lines. White is still better, of course. So now let's think of this a little. So we can just capture the knight, the bishop on h5. We can also play like knight c4 check. There are also some random moves like bishop b4, trying to confuse him, but okay, we will probably end up taking the bishop anyway, so let's not waste time. But this is not kind of dead lost. I mean, this is just lost. But black has some ideas. It's not... I mean, you can really mess it up as white. So I guess rook b8 is a good move, preventing queen b5 check. He goes back to f3. We probably include knight c4. And he plays king d3, like asking for something, yeah? So knight f6 or g6. g6 creates a threat of of bishop f5. So let's play g6. So now bishop f5, he can take on c4, and it works. There is no bishop f5 immediately. There is no knight f4 check followed by bishop f5. Okay, let's play knight b2 check then. And now maybe knight f4 or something, but he's trying to run to f1 and g1, so let's stop that first. Yeah, that's what you have to do. Okay, now we go f5. g4. We can even play f4 here. Yeah, and he lost some time. Okay, I'm sorry. I think the final position was still winning for white. Although it was kind of messy. Wow, this is surprising. So I have a challenge from what? From the guy who has the photo of my probably favorite chess player as his picture, so I will definitely play him. So this guy decided to use a photo of my friend and coach Sasha Rozantsev, and this definitely deserves some credit. So how should I play this? Bishop e3 or what? This is quite stupid, so I'm just getting destroyed by my own lines that I played in the previous game, right? He will just crush me in the king side. But here is a big difference. Yes, that's why I play h3 that early. That in the previous game, black was in time to get queen h5 instead of bishop h5. Now, at least with this h3 bishop h5 inclusion, I'm not worried about getting checkmated after some bishop takes h3 because it's not there anymore. So now I can just play it simple. Queen f5. He still wants to do something bad to me here. It feels like some g5 will come one day or something. But I'm pretty sure this is not Sasha, so there is not yet big danger. Yeah, he plays bishop d6, so he's just kind of preparing for some g4 or something, but obviously we'll never play g4. We can also play b4 just to get some of his attention. Like bishop takes b4, we just go rook b1 and we just say thank you for sort of paying attention. Like, I don't want to get checkmated after some g5 without playing a single aggressive move. Yeah, exactly. He plays rook g8. I mean, this is kind of escalated. So knight h4, bishop takes c2, queen takes c2, queen c2 is only move. Rook c1, then we go b5, c5. I can also start by playing b5. So let's play b5 first. He will probably play knight b4. Knight e7 just feels wrong. Could be some bad blunder after c5. Wow, he plays knight b8. This I did not even consider, I must say. Okay, but this should definitely be kind of lost for black. So knight h4, bishop takes c2, queen takes c2. He actually has queen h5 there, which I missed completely. G4 probably wins, but I never want to play it really. Maybe I just go C5 for the moment. He plays bishop f4. Does it really work if we play knight h4 now? Okay, maybe it does, whatever. Let's just play c6. I'm in no mood for calculating. c6 is definitely okay, like bc, we open the b file and kind of enjoy ourselves. He will probably just ignore it completely by playing some g5. C takes b7, king takes b7. No, he does not. Okay. Then we just take. This is good news for white. I mean, he probably played the best move, but I mean, it's definitely easier to play for white now. We finally get our own counterplay with some queen a4, bishop a6 check and stuff. Yeah, queen a4. Rook d6. It's probably allows knight c4. So he cannot really move the rook as the rook has to protect c6. So he has to sacrifice an exchange in some mysterious ways that I don't even see, to be honest. Maybe there is a way to kind of keep the game going, something like king d7. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe black can survive this. He plays rook d8. So what is your next move actually? We can just play something like rook b1. There is no king d7 because of knight e5. The rook still cannot really move. So we can just wait a little. Okay, he plays knight e4. This is probably a good time to kind of take something. We can also play knight c to e5. Okay, we have many good moves, I'm afraid. That's a problem. Let's find something simple. So let's say we take on d6 and play rook b5. Is it resigns? Yeah, probably. So now the bishop on h5 will be under attack after knight c3. Also there was queen a6 check there as well. e5, okay, this is probably desperado. Okay, we take. Okay, now at very least we have queen a6 check. Is there a better move? Okay, we probably don't need a better move. Knight takes c2. I mean, he has some checkmating ideas there actually. And it looks annoying. Let's play e6 and take on h5. But I must, yeah, I mean, I must admit I kind of created a mess out of this. Okay, I did not quite get that. Okay, takes. Knight d5, then we take everything happily. And play rook d2. But yeah, there were a few tense moments, I must admit. All right. All right. Thank you for the game. Just need to play one more star and I'm done pretty much, but where are the stars? Okay, let's play Mr. Orest Vovk. This is never an easy game. Okay. I still have time to stop it, right? Okay, let's go b5. And maybe knight c6. Okay, g5, we go b4. There is some geometry. So a3, we go h6. g6, like normally we go b3, but there is no b3. So we'll just have to start the game in a very bad position. He plays bishop e4, and I know what the point is. All right, let's go d5 maybe and king d7. Try to develop the pieces quickly. Yeah, this is how you end up playing Banter Blitzes. A takes b4. Okay, so I will not even consider knight takes b4 because it's not fun enough. So it's either e5 or... Okay, let's play e5 maybe. Or knight f6, I was about to say. The funny thing is that the position is probably still... I mean, I wanted to say about equal, but it's kind of weird to come up with this kind of evaluation in such a mess. So what should I play here? I can play knight d4, or I can play knight e7. I don't know. Okay, let's play knight d4. Now after e3 we have some queen g5 ideas. But this is actually about to happen, right? I think he will play e3, or maybe c3. After c3 we'll probably have to slow down a little and go knight e6. Yeah, go c3. Okay, let's go back. Then at least we have a chance to finish the development after bishop d6 and some knight f6, king e7. Okay. d4 I think should be met by e4. Knight e5 check. Okay, we have to take. So now both e4 and d5 are under attack. I think we'll have to sacrifice something here, but it's not such a bad news. Okay, let's go knight e7 and sacrifice e4. Yeah, now we probably go king e8 and rook f8, let's say. Now I think I would be happy to play rook takes f3. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Now I have to sort of be responsible for what I'm saying. Okay, let's take. Let's take and play this somehow. Like king f7 or... yeah, maybe king f7 simply. Queen c2, so he's trying to bring the queen to h7. Therefore, I'll go g6, which allows bishop takes h6, but I don't think it's that important. We'll go knight f5. Something like d4. Maybe bishop b7. In general, we have to do something, obviously. It looks kind of lost for black, but we have some attacking ideas for now, and they are about to disappear. So we have to act quickly. Okay, let's play rook d8. And I don't know, bishop d5. Okay, now I have to change the strategy, unfortunately, and try to flag him. Yeah, I'm not good at this, as you can see. Well, I blundered this move, okay. Yeah, I think I managed, okay. Sorry for that. I think I deserved to, you know, try to flag someone by being flagged for many years. But yeah, this was not ideal. That's what you get for playing 1g4 instead of a normal opening. Okay. Let's play some respectful 3+2 game to wrap it up. So I think this is going to be the last game of today. Bishop g7 and castles, never a bad idea. Now b6 and bishop e7 cannot be too bad too often as well. Yeah, okay, now, so in one of the previous games, I think we played it with rook a8. Now let's try this solid plan with knight e4. So I think smart people tend to feel like in general the straight is in black's favor. Is we trade this f6 knight for the c3 knight, and now this bishop on g7 is much more active than it was. The way he plays is kind of logical as well. So at the same time, the same smart people normally say that white is happy to trade these bishops. Don't know why, maybe some white squares are kind of weak. And when people play this way, smart people say the guy is trying to make a draw. And this is not, you know, inspiring or something. Yeah, so what should I do here? Could just offer a draw, of course. Okay, let's try to, you know, come up with some endgame masterpiece, which will never happen, but at least I'll try. So first of all, in general, I think both sides need to keep the pawns on light squares, and that's why the way he plays is, I think, wrong. Also, playing c takes b5 was a little bit strange. So now we have a brilliant pawn structure, and the knight will land on d5. Yeah, there it is. So now it is definitely really unpleasant for white. The question is how I should play this. Maybe I go f5 first. I go like f5, h6, king f7. I'm improving my position a little, and then I'll look at what I have. So what he's doing is wrong in general. So you never put your pawns on. I mean, you never want to put your pawns on dark squares when there are only dark squared bishops on the board. So you normally put your pawns on the squares of the opposite color. But maybe I'm a bit too aggressive. Maybe it's still kind of okay for white. Also, it should not be okay, to be honest. Maybe I can even trade, actually. I don't know if this improves his chances to survive this or not. Yeah. I definitely need one pair of rooks, so rook 8 is not an option. Maybe I go rook a4. Let's play rook a4, attacking d4. Also rook c4 can be an unpleasant threat sometimes. What I want to get is to, you know, provoke some, like rook c1, rook somewhere, and then I go king e6, king d7. And then in many lines, my king will run to, you know, b3, trying to collect his queenside pawns. So now he'll probably play rook c1, right? Okay, one time. Yes, he does. Okay, now we go knight b6. So I made this d5 square available for the king eventually. And now I'm ready to take. Okay. So I take and bring the king. This kind of goes my way. Yeah, so the king belongs to d5, of course. And then I need to reroute my my knight to... I don't know where exactly, to be honest. So he wants to bring the king to d3. And that is logical. Yeah, maybe it's still not that much. All right, let's try to bring the knight to c6. Okay. And now he has to play something. And there is no move that he is particularly happy to play, I believe. Unless he's happy to play a4. I have no opinion about this a4, actually. Maybe it's kind of completely fine for white, maybe not. I could also try to play this with the knight on e6, not c6. But that would not be something completely different, I believe. So I would say you need to play e4 here, otherwise it's... He prefers to wait. Okay. So first of all, king e4, I think forces a repetition. Knight d2, king d5, knight f3. So let's repeat once. It's never a mistake. Okay. So now we think. So the question is, if I go, let's say, knight d8 or b8, does he really want to play king b4? I mean, maybe he does. I can also consider moves like f4 or even b4. Maybe I just go b4, actually. b4 is kind of safe. ab, I go knight h7, knight b5. It's still slightly better for me, I believe. Yeah. So we bring the knight to b5. And then once again, we kind of ask him to play the move. Okay, so now... So it's also useful to play c6 and maybe even h5. Don't know about h5. Okay, let's play c6. This is definitely normal. Okay, let's try h5. So h5 is a good move in terms of general idea. So the problem is that his knight could get to f4 one day. But I think we are kind of in time to stop this. Bishop takes d4, we take. Yeah, knight h3, exactly, but now we will somehow prevent this, maybe. Maybe we just go king e5. f3, okay, we go like here. I blundered b5. He didn't find it. Yeah, and now I start attacking his pawns. And it is definitely better for black now. Now it's probably just completely lost for him, so we go bishop e1 check. Win one pawn, get the bishop back to e1 or something. Maybe c5 is okay, and bishop e1. And now we just bring the king to like b5, b4 and win. There is nothing wrong with c4. Maybe we just play bishop f2 first, just in case. And now we go c4 and d4, d3. So it's not that he will lose one pawn, he will probably lose them all. Okay, check first, and d3 wins the knight. Yeah, this is over. All right, so yeah, thank you for the game, and I think this was the last game for today. So thank you guys for watching, for following me, and see you soon at Chess24.
A new event with a mission to showcase the best in young talent and advance gender equality in the game. The Julius Baer Challengers Chess Tour starts on April the 8th.
Two chess legends taking control of two teams of young and talented players. Their job is to mentor them, coach them, and get them ready for battle.
Why? Because these exciting young players, handpicked by our experts, are being given a shot at the big time. The winner of each tournament will get a golden ticket to the $1.5 million Meltwater Champions Chess Tour to compete against the best in the world.
It's their chance to break into the big time, but to get there, they must mobilize all of their young talent. It's Team Polgar versus Team Kramnik. Who will come out on top, and will we find the next big talent in chess?
Watch the Julius Baer Challengers Chess Tour live on Chess24.